Hello, fourth graders. Today we're going to continue on with our measurement unit. Lesson 2, I can express metric mass measurements in terms of a smaller unit. I can model and solve addition and subtraction word problems involving metric mass. All right, so hopefully you heard that important word, mass, metric mass measurements. And when we're talking about mass, we're talking about the weight, and we're going to be looking for words such as the units, kilograms, and grams. So tonight, these are the two units that we'll be discussing and converting. All right, let's get started. Okay, so let's complete this conversion table. We know that 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. 6 kilograms is equal to 6,000 grams. We're multiplying the kilograms to get to grams, and we're multiplying by 1,000. So if we started with 8,000 grams, we have to go back to kilograms, and how we do that is we're going to divide by 1,000, and when we divide by 1,000, we are going to get 8 kilograms. Now we're taking 15 kilograms and then converting them to grams, and we're going to be doing this by multiplying by 1,000. So we have 15,000. Again, we have 24,000, and we're bringing this back to kilograms. And when we bring it back to that larger unit, we are always going to divide by 1,000. And when we divide 1,000 into 24,000, we're going to get 24. And then 550 going into how many grams is that equal to? Well, we're going to multiply by 1,000, and we're going to get 550,000 grams. Okay, with these we're going to look at the converting them into equivalent measurements. So we have to take each one and turn them into grams. This is a smaller, the grams is the smaller unit, whereas a kilogram is a bigger unit. So now let's take it, and since they want us to convert them into grams, we're going to take 2,000 kilograms, and we're going to convert it to grams. So when we know we do that, we're going to multiply by 1,000. So we're going to get 2,000 kilograms, and we're going to add them with 700 grams because that's what's left over. We get 2,700 grams. Now, letter B, we have 5 kilograms, so we're going to convert that because we're going to multiply by 1,000. We're going to get 5,000. We have left over 945 grams, so we're going to add that to our 5,000. So we get 5,945 grams. Letter C, we have 29 kilograms. We multiply that by 1,000 to get 29,000. We have an extra of 58 grams that we need to add to that. 29,058 grams. We're going on to letter D. We have 31 kilograms, which we multiply by 1,000 to get 31,000. We have 3 grams left over that we need to add on. So we have 31,003 grams. So now what we have to do is we have to take this amount of grams and then take it and convert it into kilograms and whatever's left over into grams. So in that case, we're going to divide by 1,000, and we're going to get 66 kilograms, and the leftover amount is grams, which is 597 grams. All right, last one. 270 kilograms and 41 grams is equal to how many grams? So let's take that 270 times it by 1,000. So we get 270,000, and what's left over is 41 grams. So we take 270,000, 41 grams. So there, we did a lot of converting. We're just remembering that when we're going from kilograms to grams, we're multiplying by 1,000. When we're going from grams to kilograms, we have to divide by 1,000. Express the answer in the smaller unit. So remember, in this, the smaller unit is going to be grams. This is the smaller unit compared to kilograms. So now what we have to do is we're going to add up our kilograms and our grams together. So when we let's take 27 kilograms, 547 grams. Now, we don't have any kilograms, but we do have 694 grams. So when we add this up, we have grams, we have 11, we have 14, carry the 1, and we have, 12. Okay, so we have 1,241 grams, and then on this side, we have 27 kilograms. All right, but since I see 1,000 in those grams, we know that 1,000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. So if we take away 1,000 from here, we are left with 241 grams, and then we add on that 1 kilogram, because 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams, and we just got rid of it on that side, and we get 28 kilograms. So we have 28 kilograms and 241 grams. Okay, but you know this can't be our final answer because it's asking us for the smaller unit. So we need to take 28 kilograms and 241 grams and take all that and convert that just into grams. So when we do that, we need to take 28 kilograms, which is really equal to 28,000, because we're going to multiply by 1,000. And then we need to take 241 in grams, and we need to combine them to get to 28,241 grams. And that, my friends, is the complete answer. Okay, with this next one, I'm going to solve it a little bit differently by cutting an extra step out. You guys can add this up the way that we did in the previous problem. I'm just going to show you another way. Again, this one is asking us to make sure our answer is in a smaller unit, and our smaller unit when we're dealing with here is grams, not kilograms. That's the larger one. So when we take 16 kilograms, we need to convert this first into grams. So we multiply this by 1,000, and when we do that, we get 16,000 grams. Okay, so now what we can do, since we converted it into a smaller unit, grams, we can just take 16,000 grams, add it to 2,800 grams, 008, and we get 18,800 grams. And again, that's a lot faster compared to what we just did in the previous problem, but it's nice to see different ways. And again, we converted this all into the smaller unit of grams. Okay, for our final example tonight, I'm going to do a word problem. I'm going to do a good old bag of potatoes and a bag of onions, and we're going to combine that weight of 11 kilograms and 15 grams. If the bag of potatoes weighs 7 kilograms and 300 grams, how much does the bag of onions weigh? So I think what's going to help us here is create a tape diagram. And I'm going to split this up. And this is going to be my potatoes, and here's going to be my onions. And my potatoes is weighing 7. This part right here is weighing 7 kilograms and 300 grams. And the onions, well, we don't know how much that one is, because that's the question. How much does the bag of onions weigh? But we do know both bags put together, this whole thing right here, weighs 11 kilograms and 15 grams. So we need to figure out how much just the onions weigh. And so if we take, we're going to take 11 kilograms, 15 grams, and we are going to subtract that with 7 kilograms and 300 grams. Okay. Well, just by looking at this, guys, we see that there's a problem. Because you see that this 15 grams is smaller than 300. So we can't subtract that. But we do see over here that it has kilograms. And we know that there is 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. So guys, what we actually could do is take a kilogram from this 11 and add that 1,000 to this side. So how is that going to look? Well, we're going to take a kilogram away, which gives us 10 kilograms. And there are 1,000 grams, 1 kilogram. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that and we're going to add that 1,000 to this side. So really it becomes 1,015 grams. So now we can actually subtract. So when we subtract, we are going to get, on the grams, we're going to get 5, and then a 1, and then 10 minus 3 is 7. And then how many kilograms? 10 minus 7 kilograms is 3 kilograms. So we have 3 kilograms and 715 grams. And that's our answer. And that is basically how much the onions weigh. So the trickiest part here was remembering that you have to make sure that you want to give 1,000 to the grams section. Because we're going to take 1 kilogram, and 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams, and then combine it with that 15 grams. All right? Very good. This quote is really something. The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. And that is a famous quote by a famous man, Henry Ford, who created the very first automobile. And we actually still sell his cars. The Ford company still running strong. So great thing to learn from. Right? If we don't learn from our mistakes, then we're learning nothing. But it's okay to make mistakes. So the next couple of problems, do your best. If you make mistakes, it's okay, as long as we learn from them in the end. Here we go. 18 kilograms, 34 grams is equal to how many grams? 3 kilograms, 325 grams is equal to how many grams? Express the answer in the smaller unit. Remember, we're talking about kilograms, that's the larger, the grams is the smaller. So 53 kilograms, 350 grams, take away 20 kilograms and 210 grams is equal to how much in the smaller unit? I want to know the total grams. Make mistakes, learn from them, and move on. Great job tonight, guys.